calling all little admirals. It's almost time. All hands on deck. We're about to weigh anchor and set sail for today's learning adventure. All aboard, all aboard. We're going to learn and explore. All aboard, all aboard. Learning can be fun for you. All aboard, all aboard. Sailing on the ocean blue, discovering things you never knew. All aboard. Welcome to Admiral Hour. Yeah! Welcome everyone to the Admiral Hour. I am Miss C. I am so excited to see all the little admirals joining me today to sail the ocean blue and dock at new ports of learning. Let's get ready to be anchored in excellence. Hello there, little admirals. We are now sailing to the career port, where you are going to learn about different careers and what you can do to brighten your future. Hello, little admirals. I am so excited that you are joining us again today, and it is my special pleasure to introduce Firefighter Stubby. Mr. Stubby, would you please tell our little admirals about your job and what it is every day to be a firefighter?
Hey kids, first thing I do to start my day is check out the apparatuses, which are the fire trucks that we have at our station. We have two, and we're about to have a new one. And second thing is make sure there's always coffee. We stay up a lot of hours, and we need a lot of coffee to keep us awake. And every day we have something to do. We have a duty for each day of the week that has to be done in order for our station to run functionally. If not, then it just goes to
Okay.
My responsibilities are educate the public on fire prevention and fire safety, what to do in case of a fire emergency, and making sure all equipment is ready on our trucks and ready to fight fire or a car wreck or emergency call, medical emergency, whatever we have to do at the time.
Okay, Firefighter Stevie, would you please tell our little admirals what skills are needed for your job as a firefighter?
Common sense. You have to be able to think. You have to have some kind of understanding of how things work mechanically. Most of the time, you have to be able to work with other people as a team. That is a major part of this. Everything is teamwork in this job. You don't technically have to have any medical skills. You will be taught when you're hired on.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to complete a task without giving up, and how to obey, how to listen to what you're being told with no questions asked.
Oh, wow. And it obviously takes a lot to be a firefighter. And I think another important skill is I think you guys are very brave for what you do every day. All right. What type of education or training did you have to become a fireman? Because I'm sure you just, down on the first day, get to rush into a burning building.
First off, you have to have a high school diploma to even put in an application. You have to be over the age of 18, so wait for it. You have to go through a 12-week academy. Well, Gulfport only does that. The rest of them do 7 weeks, but Gulfport's way better. So.
So what is the academy like? When you say 12 weeks of the academy, what do you do?
Running, a lot of running, a lot of stairs, a lot of lifting, picking stuff up, picking other people up, picking a lot of just picking stuff up, putting it down pretty much. Fire training, you go in, you're training for heat, You're wearing all your equipment. You're getting used to all the weight and the pressure that's being put on you, and people yelling at you and screaming, and you just pretty much learn how to work under pressure
Because
and
when
being
a
able
fire
to.
happens, you have to be able to when a fire happens, you're going to have to be able to stay cool and calm under pressure and be able to think clearly when there's a lot of stuff going on. And I'm sure your training helps you be able to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what would you say is your maybe your most memorable moment as a firefighter, or what would you say is the most rewarding part of your job?
The brotherhood, the sense of family, and just being able, so many different people working here, and being able to come in here with one common goal and being able to achieve that without any problems, solving problems and life and property. That's our job.
Y'all do an amazing job every day. So I'm sure we have a lot of little admirals out there that one day dream of being a firefighter, whether they're a man or a woman. What
That's not a
would
big deal either. We have a female firefighter in our service
okay?
at
Uh,
Gulfport.
what would the little admirals need to be doing right now to prepare for when they get out of high school if they're wanting a career as a firefighter?
Listen, stay out of trouble,
Mhm.
work hard, don't ever give up. If you believe it, you have the ability to achieve it.
Oh, that is great. Well, thank you so much, Firefighter Stevie, for joining us here on the Admiral Hour and talking to our little admirals. And now we're going to let the little admirals hear a couple of stories about firefighters. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome.
Do you remember our career clusters? STEM, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. HHS, Health and Human Services. CAB, Communications, Arts, and Business. I wonder what career we'll get to explore today. Are you ready to set sail? Okay, little admirals, let's thank our firefighter for telling us all about his wonderful job and what it takes to be a firefighter. Now, I'd like to read Community Helpers Firefighters. On fire! Smoke rises into the air. There is a house fire. Firefighters race to put it out. The firefighters quickly spray water on the flames. The house is saved. What are firefighters? Firefighters answer to all emergencies. They rescue people and put out fires. Firefighters work in big cities and small towns. Some keep parks and wilderness areas safe. What do firefighters do? Firefighters arrive first to emergencies. They help people who are injured or sick. Firefighters get everyone out of burning buildings. They use many tools to stop fires. Some of the firefighter gear or tools that they would use are a helmet, an air mask, a fireproof outfit, and steel-toe boots. Firefighters also teach people about fire safety. This helps stop fires before they start. What makes a good firefighter? Firefighters are alert. They work for many hours at a time. Other skills that firefighters need are to be caring, strong, alert, and brave. Firefighters are also strong. They stay fit to help keep people safe. Now that we have read about firefighters, I would like to share a story about a little girl who wants to be a firefighter. We're going to read When I Grow Up, I'll Be a Firefighter, written by Connie Miller and illustrated by Sylvia Baroncelli. After school, I like to play firefighter with my twin brother Liam. I put on my fire hat and pretend I am Firefighter Lucy. I work hard to keep the people in my town safe from smoke and fire. Whenever there is danger, Liam and I are there to help. Beep! We hear the dispatcher's voice on our pagers. Fire at 123 Broad Street. All firefighters report. I run to my locker. My heavy pants and boots are waiting. I step into them and pull them up. I grab my jacket and my helmet. Then I run to the fire truck. Every firefighter has a job to do. Liam drives the truck. He turns on the siren to tell other cars to get out of our way. I make a plan for when we get to the fire. When we get to the house, we see flames and smoke coming out a window. The people who live in the house are standing on the sidewalk. They look scared. I ask them questions. Is anyone stuck inside? Where did the fire start? The little girl is crying. She tells me that her cat Mittens is still inside the house. The father thinks the fire started in the kitchen. It is time for me to go in. Good news. The fire is small, only in the kitchen. I put it out with my fire extinguisher, and there's Mittens hiding under the table. Not all fires are this small. Sometimes we need to use the huge hoses and ladders from the fire truck. This time we are lucky, and so is Mittens the cat. The other firefighters and I return to the station. We check our gear and equipment. We have to be prepared for the next emergency. When I grow up, I'll be a great firefighter. I already have a head start. As you can see, Mittens is safe and sound.
Hi, I'm Zachary Stubbe, and I'm a firefighter with Gulfport Fire Department, and today I'm going to be reading y'all a book. It's called Going to the Firehouse by Mercer Mayer. Today, my class is going to the firehouse. I dress like a fireman. Time to fight fire. This is Fireman Joe. This is his dog Sparky. Sparky is a fire dog. Fireman Joe has boots, he has a jacket, he has a helmet. I have boots, I have a jacket, I do not have a helmet. Joe slides down the pole, Sparky howls. That is what he does when there is a fire. When we see a fire truck, it is big, it is red, it has hoses and a ladder. Joe checks the hoses, he lets me help. Whoosh goes the water. This hose is working fine. Joe checks the ladder. He goes up and up. He is in the sky. Hello, Fireman Joe. Joe checks the siren. It goes woo. The siren is very loud. I cover my ears. Joe tells us about fires. He tells us smoke goes up. When smoke goes up, we must go to the floor. I get on the floor. Joe tells us what to do if we are on fire. Stop, drop, and roll. I stop, drop, and roll. Fireman Joe smiles. He has a surprise. He reaches into his truck. Helmets for everyone. I put on my helmet. Joe tells me I will be a good fireman one day. Ding ding goes the fire alarm. I wave goodbye to Fireman Joe. I wave goodbye to Sparky. Time to fight fire. Fireman Joe is ready to go. Sparky is too. Thank y'all for listening. Have a great day.
Now, little admirals, I hope you enjoy joining me at the cooking port, where the Hat Lady from Lynn Meadows Discovery Center will help you cook up some yummy treats.
Hi everybody, I'm Cindy from Lynn Meadows Discovery Center, and I'm here today in the Lynn Meadows kitchen. We are cooking up some yummy treats today, and the one that we're going to make today is something that you can make, well, you can make it any time, but a perfect time to make it would be for the 4th of July, because today we are making patriotic strawberries. I wonder what that means. Well, we're going to find out, but before we do, I just want to make sure that everybody knows the rules about cooking. Number 1, every good chef wears a chef hat. And the second rule that everybody needs to make sure they follow is you have to wash your hands. And of course, we know now that you have to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds using soap and water, and then you're good to go. So I've washed my hands, I've got my hat ready, and we are going to make some patriotic strawberries. So the ingredients that we need to make this delicious treat, we need, well, of course you need strawberries, fresh strawberries, and you need some melting chocolate, and this is the white chocolate. You can buy it different ways, but this particular one is so easy. It comes in a little microwavable tray, so you can actually melt it in the tray if you want to use all of it, or you can just use a little piece at a time and just melt it in a bowl. But it goes in the microwave for just a few seconds at a time. You stir it, check it, melt a few more seconds, stir it some more until it's completely melted. So my bowl of chocolate is completely melted and ready to go. And now, last, we need some blue sprinkles. And these just come in a little jar, and we just poured some into our little bowl so that it would be easy for me to dip the strawberries. All right, so now the first thing we're going to do, since we melted the strawberries, we melted chocolate. But we're going to take one of our strawberries, and we left the little green leaves on there so they would be easy to hold on to. But of course, these are washed and clean and ready to go. So you take your strawberry, you dip it into your chocolate, and just kind of twirl it around in there until the chocolate sticks, but you still want some of the red to be showing. So, all right, let it just drip, 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 drip. Once it quits dripping, you take your blue sprinkles and then you dip your strawberry into the blue sprinkles. Man, put too much chocolate into my, I think we're going to be just fine, and you'll be able to see this patriotic, beautiful strawberry. Is that not the most amazing, delicious looking treat? Strawberry, white chocolate, and blue sprinkles. So what do we have? Red, white, and blue, just like the colors of our flag. So these are our delicious, patriotic strawberries. And I'm going to make one more just to remind you. We've got our red, dip it into our white, twirl it around. Go. Let it drip for just a few seconds until most of the chocolate is stuck to the strawberry, and then you dip it into your blue sprinkles. And once again, look at that, how beautiful, red, white, and blue. And then you can keep doing it as long as you have that many strawberries and that much chocolate. That depends on how many you have, will depend on how many you get to make. All right, I hope that everybody enjoys their 4th of July, and hopefully you have some patriotic treats to eat. Have a great day. This is one of my yummiest favorite treats in the world. This is called Rainbow Sprinkles Unicorn Drink. Have you ever had one before? Well, I make them every now and then because they're really, really special to me. And so I try to do them just on special occasions. Like One time we had unicorns, and I mean real ones, here at Lynn Meadows Discovery Center. And when they were here, that's when I decided to make my favorite rainbow sprinkles unicorn drink to celebrate having real unicorns. Have you ever seen a real unicorn? Well, just in case you haven't, maybe you have a special unicorn friend at home, like I do. This is my little unicorn that I like to have come along when I make my rainbow drink. And then I have my llama corn. Have you ever heard of a llama corn? This is a half llama, half unicorn. And that's why his name is a llama corn. So these are my friends that I invited to come with me today to help make our rainbow unicorn drink. Now, what you need to make this drink are several ingredients. And the ingredients today that I have available for this particular drink, rainbow sherbet. Oh my gosh, this is some of my favorite in the world. It's very colorful. And if you look, you'll see that this rainbow sherbet has orange and green and yellow. And maybe when I scoop some out, there may be some pink in there. But if you don't have rainbow sherbet, that's okay. You can use other kinds of sherbet and it will still be just as tasty. Then you need one of my favorite things to add to any kind of a special treat are sprinkles. And then, I don't know if you've ever used this before when you've cooked in the kitchen, but this is microwavable almond bark. And this particular one that we're using today is white. This is a little tray of white chocolate. And it's very simple to use. You just put how much ever you think you need, and they're cut into little blocks. You put it in a bowl, you stick it in the microwave, and voila, you have melted chocolate. So we use our microwavable chocolate, and then of course, you have to have a cup to be able to put all of this in, and some Sprite for your drink part, and then we're going to top it off with some creamy dairy whipped topping. I'm so excited. Are you? All right, well, let's get started. All right, the first thing I did was I melted my chocolate, and so this is our melted chocolate. What you're going to do is you're going to take a cup, and clear makes it really fun so you can see the rainbow on the inside after you make it. But you melt your chocolate, and then you take your cup and you actually dip it upside down and just put a little bit of the rim inside and just kind of swirl it around so you get plenty of chocolate on there. And of course, like I said, this is white chocolate. Did you know that there are different kinds of chocolate? There's brown chocolate, there's dark chocolate, there's white chocolate, and so this is the white chocolate. So I'm just going to let it sit here for just a few seconds to let all the excess drip off. Now, looks like it's ready to go. I'm going to set my chocolate down. Now I've got my sprinkles. I'm going to take my dipped chocolate cup, turn it upside down again, and just roll it around in the sprinkles so that the edge of my cup becomes a rainbow of colors. And I cannot wait to see how, oh my gosh, this is going to be one of the best rainbow unicorn drinks I've ever made. And I'm doing it just for you. Oh my gosh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That is such a beautiful color of rainbow there. All right, so now I'm going to set my cup down and I'm going to scoop out as much ice cream as I like. And of course, if your ice cream is hard, sometimes it's hard to scoop. So you just have to kind of scoop and scoop and scoop and just scoop it away. And then my ice cream scoop has this little button so that when you turn it over, it's supposed to pop out. But if it doesn't want to cooperate, guess what you can use? Your finger. That's what I use. I just stick my finger in there and dump that ice cream in there. And really, this isn't ice cream. This is sherbet. All right, so I've got one little scoop. Now I'm going to move around to the orange side. And I've got orange and green on this half. Because of course, like I said, we want a rainbow of colors in our cup. And I'm going to turn it over. And look, my little button doesn't work again, but you know what? That's okay. What can you use? Your finger. Just stick your finger inside that little scoop and just push it into your cup. Oh my gosh. Now, since I've used my finger, we know one thing we do not want to do, and that is share with anybody, because now that, you know, I've touched it, it's not shareable. So this is only for you. So in this case, this one's for me. Now I've got my rainbow sherbet, I've got my chocolate, I've got my sprinkles. So now comes the Sprite. Open your can of Sprite, or if you have a bottle of Sprite at home, open your bottle of Sprite, and you just pour it in and watch it fizz. Oh my gosh, look at all the fizz that it makes. And pour a little more until you have enough covering the top of your sherbet. Now comes the topping. This is dairy whipped topping. I'm going to just shake it up. Make sure it's all nice and ready to go. And we're just going to put a little bit of this on top. Oh my gosh. Woo. Is that not the most amazing rainbow sprinkles unicorn drink you've ever seen? Now this is going to be a little difficult to drink, so I need to add the last thing to my drink. And what do you think that might be? You're right! A straw. So I'm going to pull out one of my straws, stick it in. Oh my gosh, what a fantastic summertime drink. Well, now it's time for you to make one also. So thanks for watching and enjoy your rainbow sprinkles inside your drink.